Man, heck of a ball game. Heck of a ball game. I thought you've got two really talented teams. You got two really talented offenses, and the crowd, the atmosphere was great. It was a back and forth game. Garrett McMillan has been great for us all year. Did not have his A game tonight. He battled for us. But I think one of the big things of the night was he had a rough inning there and gave up a 5 spot, and we come back in the top of the next inning and answer right back with 4. And that's kind of the story of the game. The game was kind of back and forth, and then you turned it over to the bullpen, and we had a couple of really good outings out of the pen. Aiden Mosey did a good job. Hunter Hoops came in and kind of kept the game where it was at, so that was big. But these guys right here sitting beside me accounted for, I think, 5 hits and 5 runs scored and 4 RBIs, and just a huge night from both these guys. We played really good defense. I thought that was kind of a difference in the game. We left a lot of guys on base. We ended up leaving 13 on base, I think. So we had a lot of traffic. Man, we did a great job getting on base. Did a great job creating innings, and then we ended up getting a couple big hits to kind of get some runs on the board. But shoot, I think with the amount of traffic we had, it could have even been more. But you got to give that team credit, man. That's a really good ball club. They got a really good offense, and by no means are they done yet. They'll be right back here ready to go tomorrow. I know they will. So, but super proud of our guys. They fought all night. They kept believing, even down to that last out. Will Hodo, huge at bat right there in that inning to get everything going and drawing that walk. And then we had some Joe magic.
All right, thank you, Coach. Let's take questions for the student athletes first. Start with Michael.
Caden, you're on base. That ball thrown from short to first could end the game. What's going through your mind? How do you describe that moment?
I mean, we're down by 1. They hit the ball. I do a little shimmy in front of the shortstop right there, just trying to make something happen. And, I get to third base, and they throw it away, and I'm all out trying to score right there, trying to take the lead. Just playing ball.
Far left, Austin.
Yeah, both you guys, kind of same thing. The emotions when you slid in, Andrew ends up scoring, and I see Andrew put his hands on his helmet, like to think, I don't know what's going on. How did this just happen? What is it about this team that it just seems like everything every time that the back's against the wall and the moment doesn't look like it's going to be there, something seems to happen?
Andrew, you want to take that one?
Sure. I just think it's just the nature of the game. Nobody's really out of it until the end of the 9th inning, and as long as you're putting together good at bats and winning pitches, good things might happen. So
let's go with Joe in the middle here.
Andrew, just talk about the home run. It was a rocket. What did you see at the what did you see at the bat?
Yeah, I wasn't really seeing many fastballs today. So he threw me a changeup or a splitter first pitch, and I could have hit that one, and I just wanted to try and see that one again, and I got a good piece of it. So
I'd say so.
Front row on the right, Will.
Andrew, one of the kind of themes of tonight was your team was very aggressive on the base paths as well as yourself. So just talk about the mentality you guys approached that with, and the mentality going into this game as a whole.
You want to throw the first punch, and you want to be the aggressor in every game. And I think that's just what we've been trying to do, and really get the defense on their heels and improve to help us out tonight.
All right, we're going to finish up. We have a couple more for the players, so let's start with Kerry on the right here.
Caden, if you could, take us through the early at bat where you hit the homer.
So going into the game tonight, I knew that the last time we played them in Montgomery, they did a big old shift on me. They had every infielder on the other side of second base. And I knew just the scouting report with the pitcher they had that he was going to be throwing away. And to be honest, I was just trying to hit a ground ball to second base. And I was looking for something out over the plate to do that with. And I ended up getting a good pitch in the, I think it was a 2-2, 3-2 count. And like I said, I was just trying to hit a ground ball to second base and happened to get a good piece of one.
Okay, let's go to the left side to finish up. Austin and Drew. Austin, go ahead and start.
Yeah, Caden, you really shined last year's SEC tournament. Obviously, the season ended there. You battled some injuries early in the season, but now you look like you're hitting your stride again at the plate. What is it about the end of the season at big moments like this that you think you stride in?
Baseball is a funny game. You're on top of the world sometimes, and then other times you're like, why am I even here? And, this season I've gotten a taste of both of them, and I don't think it's really a end-of-the-year thing. It's just, it happens when it happens. And, the environment that we're playing in front of right now, how can you not go out and play your best baseball whenever you're playing in front of a packed house of Alabama fans who haven't had a regional here in 17 years. So I feel like it's just the emotions and going and giving it my all for the team, because they've definitely picked me up for a lot of the year when I've been struggling.
Drew, go ahead. Finish.
For both guys, I know it was a huge top of the ninth. What were you seeing when they make the pitching change and you're looking for a guy that's submarine from a different angle as far as both you guys approaching it as a hitter?
Andrew, why don't you start and then we'll finish.
I mean, to be honest, that's like the last guy I want to see coming at the pen with the sinker slider. That just kind of eats me up all the time. So I was upset that he came in, but yeah, I mean, we got some guys on, and when I got up, we had already taken the lead, so I was just playing with house money at that point. So,
Katie.
I think you just go into compete mode. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's on the mound, what's going on, and I mean, you're just doing whatever you can do to get on base. We were down by 1. We needed to score at least 1, and you got to have people on base to do that. So that was the goal, any way possible.
All right, thank you guys. You both are dismissed.
thank y'all.
Hydrate, boys.
All right, let's go ahead and take questions for Coach at this time. We'll start in the very back here with Johnny.
Hey, Coach, obviously the resiliency of this team has been on full display ever since the change when you took over. I know it sounds a little cliche to say play to the final whistle, play to the final out, but how much is this team, has that been instilled in them that they're going to play to the final out, and we saw it tonight?
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of their personality. It's kind of their MO with everything that they do, you know. And these guys are, I mean, we've, you know, not to say the same thing over and over, but it's an older, very resilient group, and they love each other. They love playing for each other, and that dugout, you know, they never think they're out of it. You know, we have a lot of firepower offensively. We got some depth on the mound, and they really believe in each other. So I think those things go a long way.
Joe?
Coach, you were very aggressive on the base paths tonight, and obviously Troy came in with a little bit of a reputation of being careless defensively. Was it more of an emphasis to be aggressive on the base paths, considering Troy's penchant for errors?
You know, we didn't really get into it too much. You know, we thought there might be some opportunities there, so we kind of were, you know, looking for some situations where we could do it and, you know, maybe take that extra base here and there. But it wasn't a huge piece of the game plan. It was just, hey, if this presents itself, then we're going to take it, you know.
Front left, Drew.
Coach, I was going to ask you, I think one of the underrated parts of the game was Moza. Bases were loaded. He gets out of it only 8-7. I know you went and talked to him. Just take us back through what your message was to him. And then second part, he's developed over the year. I know he was hurt early, but he's become a really big part of the bullpen. Just talk about how you've seen him develop.
Yeah, you're dead on with that. That was a huge piece of the game because he goes out there and it was like infield single, right? He makes a good pitch and it's an infield single. Then it's a flare into center, and then it's a chopper, and you feel like, doggone, man, it's some, you know, kind of a little bit snake bit, right? And so I went out there and I just told him, Aiden, there's nobody better to be in this situation than you because you've got plenty of weapons to get some punch outs, but no matter what, let's just get the next 3 guys out. Like, just get the next 3 guys out, and if they score a run in the process, so be it. We're gonna do a good job scoring. We know that. So don't try to think you have to make any crazy pitches and get out of this thing with nothing. Just get the next 3 guys out, and whatever happens, happens. And but I didn't want him to think that he was. I don't think he did. But dude, you're pitching great. Your stuff's great. Things aren't going your way right now, but they will. Just you keep making those quality pitches. And so that was really the message, and he did a good job of kind of refocusing and not getting himself too flustered. But yeah, he's gotten better and better each week, and he's been a huge piece for us, a huge shot in the arm here down the stretch. We were excited about getting him and Hoops and Garrett McMillan back at that halfway point from various things. And, you know, Aiden's just continued to get better and better each time out. We've been able to lengthen his pitch count, you know, each time out a little bit. So, but yeah, he's given us a huge shot in the arm. He's got some real weapons.
Back row on the left middle there.
Coach,
Yes, sir.
I like Andrew doesn't get a chance to throw that far every game, but he has the last 2 nights. How good is that? What's it like having that in y'all's back pocket, and how does that help change things?
Talking about Pinckney in right field?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love watching him throw, man. I'll sit out there during IO just to watch him throw when we're taking infield, outfield. I'll stand down there in the bullpen just to watch him throw from right field during IO. So kind of a funny play tonight. You know, it's a forced play at home that you're throwing from the outfield. You don't see that play a ton. I think Mac was a little bit, you know, you kind of are taught one way to receive a throw from the outfield and, be in position to make a tag. And I think Matt kind of defaulted to that, maybe lost, that didn't realize it was a force play there for a second. And then I still thought it was close. I still thought he may have had the plate. But, Pink is certainly, Pink does a lot of things well, but, one of them is certainly throwing.
All right, we got 3 more questions. We're gonna finish with these 3, so let's start in the left, Austin.
Yeah, last week you were kind of on the opposite end of something like this against Florida.
Yeah.
How bad that ended. Then tonight you obviously have this. What's the mentality of the team in the dugout when that top of the ninth comes up?
It's just everybody. Nobody pouts. Nobody feels sorry for themselves. It's just everybody just keep having good at bats until that last out's made, and keep believing in each other. And if you've been in this game long enough, you've been on the bad side of some of those too. So baseball is kind of a funny game, and Tommy hits the ball hard. He gets down the line good, and the things went our way tonight. But in terms of the dugout, everybody just. This is such a special group, and they never quit, and they never stop, and they always believe that they're going to pull it out no matter what.
James, left side.
Coach, you talked about Andrew and Caden's offensive production in your opening statement. Can you just talk about how huge it is for both of these guys to be playing well, especially since they're in 2 separate spots in the lineup?
Right. We got a lot of guys that are swinging the bat well. We got a lot of guys that are playing well. But for Caden to get, Pink's been really good for a while now. He's really been kind of locked in, and Caden's one of those guys that when he gets going, he can really roll. Right. We've seen him go through those stretches. So to see him be on the ball tonight like he was, that's definitely a good sign. But yeah, it kind of gives you some link to your order, right? If you got your 9-hole guy doing what he did tonight. Kind of makes that lineup a little bit more of a circular lineup instead of a top to bottom lineup. So
Finish up on the right side with Will.
Coach, you kind of brought it up in your opening statement, but your decision to pinch hit Will Hodo ultimately turned out to be very important with him working a real professional at bat. Was that a righty-lefty thing when you made that decision?
Yeah. If the leadoff guy would have, I think we were gonna. So originally we were gonna let Max sack bunt and leave him in the game, and then it just the way it worked out, it was Hodo was the right guy for that situation. So.
All right, thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.